Most of our lives, we have been focused on the outside. We're looking for happiness, for peace, for everything on the outside. And with Qigong, we reverse our attention and we come inside. And I want to acknowledge that for some people, this takes courage. I know it did for me. When I brought my attention inside, I often felt there was just an abyss in there. And there were all these snakes and demons there. My thoughts, all these thoughts, judging me, judging others, making me feel terribly uncomfortable. What we learn in Qigong is all this rubbish, because it really is rubbish, is coming up from our subconscious. It's patterns that got suppressed and have become unknown to ourselves, hidden. But they are ruling our lives. These patterns are literally ruling our lives. We might think we're in control, but we're not. So this practice is really not all about healing. People come to it because they have an illness and they want to heal. But it's so much more than that. You do heal along the way, but it's so much more than that. Your whole life changes because these patterns change. We are going to go deep into the subconscious level and purify, clean up, clean out all the garbage that's in there. It's nobody's fault that we have this. It's simply what happens as we live our lives. We're conditioned by our experiences. When we're a child, we're conditioned by our home life, by school, by our society. We're constantly being conditioned, especially when we're really young and we're sponges. We just take it all in. We just record it. And it all goes into the subconscious. So the great good news is that we can actually transform these old patterns. Now, how do we do that? Well, the first thing to understand is that we're not separate physical entities. We've all learned to identify with this body. We think this is me. Well, many of you have gotten beyond that, but certainly I remember I did. We are so much more than just a body. Our bodies are an absolute sanctuary. They're precious, but they're not who we are. So in order to really go beyond the body, we don't want to just know this as a concept, that we're energy. We want to feel it. That's science. It's to experience it, to know, to absolutely know from your own experience that this is the truth. So that's what we do in Qigong. Not just us that are Qi. Everything is Qi. If you're sitting in a chair right now or lying on a bed, it's qi. Everything around you is qi. Everything in between is qi. The house is qi. Nature outside is qi. And when we really know ourselves as qi, as energy, we can move. We can move our energy field, expand it, contract it. It's actually moving all the time. Just imagine you put your hand under a microscope, a really, really powerful microscope. What you would see is not a solid hand, of course. You would see a lot of jiggles, a lot of energy, and it's moving. And that's the case everywhere. And when we really know ourselves as qi, and we use these incredible minds, not to chatter away, but actually to guide the energy, because the energy follows our minds. Our minds are the leader. So we can expand our energy and we can merge our energy with the qi of nature, with the qi of the universe. I'm actually going to ask you in a moment to open your eyes. Let me set this up first. Okay. So you can open your eyes and we're going to watch a 10-minute video. Quite a journey, huh? So that actually can't show reality, because that only shows as far as science has gone so far. But even so, I think you get the idea that the infinity out there in deep, deep space is also inside us. We have infinity inside us too. So in order to, and you might want to close your eyes again because we're going to go into the meditation in a minute. In order to really experience ourselves as chi, we have to be able to stop the mental diarrhea, all that incessant thinking, which has become really an epidemic, an addiction epidemic in humanity. Most people simply can't stop thinking. So we need to be able to do that. And again, it's about bringing our awareness inside. Instead of being focused with our eyes, our seeing and our hearing outside, we want to bring it back, bring our senses back and look inward. So let's begin. We'll begin with our practice of stopping all that incessant thinking. And then we'll begin to open up from being a physical body, from really feeling ourselves as this space that's able to move because it's made of energy. Look inside the center of your head and feel it. Just feel this space, this nothingness that is there, and listen to it. Continually looking and then feeling and then listening. Nothing. It's empty. And the mind stills. Mind is connected deeply with the heart. So when the mind stills and the thinking stops, we focus on our heart, that space, and find that's empty too. And we listen. Our emotions calm down. Everything calms down. Everything begins to relax. Just from bringing these senses from the outside inside. Isn't that fascinating? When the heart stills, gets quiet, you can feel your breathing. When you breathe in, the diaphragm goes down. It creates a lot of space in your chest. And all that heart chi can flow down to the kidneys, the kidney chi, and the kidney chi comes up to meet the heart chi and merges. Just take a few breaths and imagine, feel the heart's energy moving down, merging with the kidneys coming up. The result of that is deep sense of calmness and relaxation as all the other organs follow suit. The heart and the kidneys are like the parents to all the other organs, and they all calm down. In fact, the three major systems of the body, the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the immune system, they all immediately change. The nervous system gets very quiet, comes off the high alert, and is relaxed. The endocrine system stops the hormones of stress from being released, and instead, happier hormones begin to be released. And the immune system begins to function properly. And then everything else follows those systems. So the blood and the chi, the energy flows freely throughout your whole body. The circulation improves. Everything coming into harmony now. And this is the natural state of human beings. But we've lost touch with it. With that endless thinking and all the stress it brings. Exhausting our system, using up so much energy. When we're in this natural state, we're no longer consuming energy. We're receiving it. You can spend just 5 minutes doing this practice before you go to sleep, for instance. You'll sleep much better. Or during the day, when you notice you're feeling tired, just lie down. Bring your senses back into your head and listen. I find the listening especially valuable. And then listen to your heart. Your heart begins to relax. Your breathing is soft and smooth. Taking the heart energy down to meet the kidney energy coming up. All the other organs are following. Everything begins to relax. Relax. So now we have some major doors, some energy doors in our body. The top of our head, in the palms of our hands, and in the soles of our feet. So we use our imagination And after a while, we'll get a feeling of these doors opening as we put our attention on them. So think of the top of your head, the crown. And imagine you've got doors, big doors opening. And these doors are in your hands, in the center of the palms, opening. In the center of the soles of your feet, opening. It's as though all the pores in your skin are opening. Begin to feel you're losing the boundary of your physical body. It's turning into chi, into energy. Then again, we use our minds because our minds have this incredible capacity of leading the chi. So we use our minds to expand the chi. Just imagine you're expanding above you. You're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Visualize blue sky above you, into space, into deep space. Now take your attention to below you and expand. Expand your mind, expand your energy down through the earth, out the other side, into blue sky, expanding further into deep space. Now imagine you're expanding out into the horizon, to the sides, the back and the front, all at once. Into the horizon, and then beyond the horizon, into deep space. You're expanding in all directions. And feel your body. No longer physical. It becomes space that's moving. You can imagine your skin. No longer physical. Become transparent. It's expanding out. Your muscles following in all directions. Your bones. They're no longer physical, they're energy. They can move. Your organs become huge. Vast distances from the back to the front of the organs. They're transparent. They're pure energy. It's all energy. You're now in what we call the Qigong state. which is a supernormal state. It's actually normal. We can do this. Yourself continually expanding. You're merging with all the chi. You've merged with the chi of nature. You're merging with this chi of the galaxies. Going into deep space. You're merging with the infinite. With Mother Universe. You've become Mother Universe. Mother Universe is us. One vast being. Encompassing all life everywhere. We come back through space, past the galaxies. Come back to the center, the lower dantian. You have three energy centers, the upper dantian, the center of the head, which of course is not limited to the physical head. It's a huge space. The middle dantian in the chest, not limited by boundaries. And lower dantian, the abdomen area, the belly. Again, not limited. It's infinite. The entire universe is inside us. Bring your hands up. Just let them float. They're made of chi. To in front of your abdomen, in front of the lower dantian. And imagine you're planting these energy hands inside. You're holding the lower dantian. And these spaces can expand and contract. Right now, you're holding in your chi hands this very precious center. We're going to open with our minds. Remember, it's the mind that leads the chi, that leads the chi hands. The mind is the leader. So with your minds, go out into the horizon, in front, behind, and to the sides, all together. And then the chi and your chi hands follow. This ball of energy, the lower dantian, opens out into the horizon and beyond. And now the mind goes ahead and comes back into the center of the lower dantian. And the Chi and the hands follow. Gathering. You're gathering back the energy of the universe, the infinite energy, the original energy. This is the energy of creation. Gathering back into your center. And then with the mind leading, we go out again. In all directions. The hands, and the chi follows. Opening, expanding, expanding. And then gathering all the abundant chi, all this fresh energy coming back into your center. We're going to do this for a little while, and I will chant Kai, which means open, and He, which means close. And if you like, you can chant along with me. So use your mind, always lead with the mind. And then see if you can start to sense your chi expanding and contracting. This is actually the most fundamental movement of energy in the universe. It's always opening and closing. Our cells are always opening and closing. We're opening to life. And we're gathering in life force. Now we're doing it consciously. So let's begin. Holding your chi ball, holding the lower dantian. You might feel warmth in the abdomen area, the lower back. Now we're going to include our whole chi body, this space that is made of chi. So first of all, with your minds, expand out just like we have been. The middle part of your body going back and forward to the sides, expanding to the horizon. And now feel your lower body, the lower abdomen, the top of the legs, the thighs. Feel the back of them expanding out behind you. The front of your thighs expanding out in front. The sides of your thighs expanding out to the sides. Your knees, the backs of your knees are way out behind you, and the front, way out in front, huge distance to the sides. There's this great space in your knees. Feel it. Feel it opening. Your lower legs, expanding back, forward to the sides, creating such a huge space. It's all chi and it's moving, changing. The ankle joints becoming this huge space, the feet, the heels way out behind, toes way out in front, sides of the feet way out to the sides. Feel the feet, feel the chi opening, this huge space of the feet and the legs. The whole pelvic area has become this enormous space. Now the upper back and the chest. Vast space inside. The neck and the head, back of the head, way out in the horizon, behind and beyond. The front of the head, way out in front, beyond the horizon, into space. The sides of the head, expanding into deep space. The entire space body expanding, moving. Everything inside is moving. We don't focus on illness information. In this practice, we focus on opening up the space inside, unblocking any places that have become blocked. That's what illness is, blocked energy. That's all it really is on the most basic level. All those solidified feelings are unblocking now. They're moving. Energy is always moving. Now it's really moving. Feel everything opening up inside as your space in all directions is expanding into deep space, into infinity, into the original energy of the universe. This is the energy of creation. You are this energy. You have this great potential inside you to open everything up. Inside you, inside each other, inside all of humanity. And then gather back. Bring back that original energy, the source. Bring the source energy back through all the layers, through your skin, into your membranes between the skin and the muscles, into the muscles, into the bones, deep into the bones, into the bone marrow, coming back into the organs, those beautiful transparent organs filling with the source. And feel the infinity inside you. Feel the harmony. Your whole body has become a wholeness, mind, body, and energy all together as an entirety. In this state, we touch our true selves. We're no longer a separate self. We know ourselves as what we truly are. We are the awareness of all experience. We are the consciousness out of which everything comes. We feel it. When we feel ourselves as our true selves, our true nature, with such deep peace. We are this deep peace. Such love, beyond any concept of love. What we're experiencing as love is our shared being. This is love. Bring this love. Imagine you're holding this beautiful ball of this unconditional love. And bring it to any part of your body that has been calling for assistance, needing some help recently. Could be an organ or a joint, wherever it is. Just let itself become known to you. And imagine your chi hands now, holding this ball of love. This is pure source energy around this part, in this part. Know what to do now. We open our minds, open out beyond the horizon into deep space. and then gather back, going into the deep space of this part of your body. Keep your focus. Gather the chi into this place with your mind Energy and hands following. Feeling. Listening. Looking into the space. Feeling. And listening. And open your arms out to the sides. Your mind's in the horizon and beyond. And then gather forwards, drawing this finest, purest chi forwards. And then bringing it towards your lower dantian. Feel yourself absorbing it. Go very slowly. See if you can feel you're absorbing the chi inside. Your chi hands come to your navel, placing palm over palm right over your navel. Your mind's inside, very focused. This is your safe place. This is home. Rest. Deeply rest into your home. This is the harvesting time of our practice, so stay with it. Your mind is drawing in abundant chi into your lower dantian, which is your chi reservoir for the whole body. So much chi coming into dantian. Breathing in your lower dantian. Breathing in the chi. Breathing out into relaxation. Listening. Listening to your center. And releasing your hands and returning from being space and chi to being a physical body. Begin to move the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. These are the ends of your meridians. Moving all the joints in your fingers and your toes. Then the ankles and the wrists. Moving your knees and your elbows. And your shoulders, your spine. Just moving however your body wants to move. All the good information from the field, all that good information we put in the field. All all the good information that Dr. Pong, the founder of this system, put into the field for our awakening, for our healing. Just let it all go into your physical body. And you move part by part, just feeling the deliciousness, the underlying deliciousness, the underlying harmony, even if there is physical pain. Feel beneath it, feel within it. That pain is always moving. We're not aware of it. We think it's fixed, but we fix it with our minds. It's actually moving all the time. Just know that within this energy, there is harmony. At the base, there is harmony. And we can touch that. Okay, let's open our eyes. How is everyone doing? We have a very large group, which is absolutely wonderful. So I can't see everybody at the same time. I want to, if you want to put your hand up and ask, you can ask a question, but I'd love to hear your experience. At the bottom, there's a sort of line of things like mute and stop video, all that line. Towards the end, there's reactions, and you can raise your hand and I will be able to see it, and then I can unmute you, I think. So I'm going to look at all the pages, because there are 3 pages, to see if any hands have gone up. Oh my goodness, no one's got anything to say? I know sometimes we go very quiet when we do this practice. Robin, I can see your hand. Now let me see if I can mute you. Okay, ask to unmute. Can you unmute yourself?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share before I could let anything in, I had to let some energy out. So I put my hands where there was some heat and a little bit of pain, and I transferred that from the abdomen area into my hands, and I felt my hands grow warm and have that same sensation that was in my body. Transferred it into my hands, and then I shook my hands and wiped it away, and I did that several times till the sensation grew smaller and smaller until I could be more receptive to have energy come in, because there was blocked energy. So that we can, the idea that we can also let it out, that whatever's in there that needs to come out can also, with our hands, we can release it and shake it out. So that was
Thank
helpful.
you. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much for your share. Yes, of course, what's really happening is there is an exchanging of energy from inside to out all through this. I mean, that's what's going on. We're alive because of that. Nature is constantly giving us its energy, and we're giving our energy out. So yes, there is this extraordinary in and out exchanging going on all the time. Anybody else want to share their experience? Go to the next page. I'm not seeing any hands. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. Wonderful. Can you unmute, sweetie? Oh, you can unmute yourself now, I think. Yes.
Yes, I just would like to say how delicious it was to be able to begin the process and have it seamless throughout from beginning to end, without any other interjection. In other words, as you were taking us out and bringing us back in, I was able to follow all of that. And I've just had experiences sometimes where that process, I'd be caused to come back into my thinking mind if someone were adding something to the meditation. I don't think I'm expressing myself well. I don't know if you have any idea what I'm talking about, but it was lovely because I was able to embrace the experience and take it for what it was from beginning to end, and it was super lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. Looking for hands. Oh, there's a little hand going up. Alma. Hi, dear. Oh, I need to unmute you. Ask to unmute. So now you should be able to unmute yourself, sweetie.
Okay. It's my pace, and it's very rare, I find, in that Lachi I need to slow down. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciated that, because that is my pace. And I can connect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alma. The truth is, we all desperately need to slow down.
Yes, yes. And I could do this again and again and again, because it's a piece that I'm yearning for. And you've given me the tools also to do it on my own. But to come together like this is really powerful. And I thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Alma, for saying it. And honestly, it is so powerful to come together, because all our consciousness, all our energies coming together, we all have such good intentions. And that's all in the field. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling each other. You know, we really are feeling each other. And you're right. We absolutely have to slow down. Most of us have been going, I mean, I totally myself, 100 million miles an hour. We're like runaway trains. And and most of our lives, and we've been so unconscious, and we've just been allowing all this unconscious stuff to be controlling our lives. We're just literally reacting to all that unconscious stuff. All those patterns are ruling us. And it's only when we slow down, we turn inward, we listen and feel inside and stop the incessant thinking, that everything begins to calm down. And then we can start to feel how yummy our energy inside is. And it's such a revelation, you know, it's such a revelation. And we can do it together. And you know, the doing it together bit is really Dr. Pang, the founder of this. You know, before that, Qigong practitioners were they were just practicing on their own. And then he really taught about the chi field, how important the chi field is. Oh my God, I'm so grateful to him. We all are. Yeah. Yeah, but thank you, Alma. That's very
Oh.
important to share. I'm just going to see if anybody else wants to. We've got another couple of minutes. Oh, here we are. Cecil. Hi, sweetie. You can unmute yourself now.
Hi, thank you so much, but I don't know if you noticed the little yellow hand on Deborah's screen. That's the hand raise thingy.
Oh, I didn't see
and
it.
I didn't want her to miss her time. Thank you so much for
Oh, yes, I see
this
that.
event.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for pointing out Deborah. Deborah, you can unmute now. I'm sorry, my dear. I wasn't purposely ignoring you, I promise you.
I'm new to this. I've not done this before. And so I didn't know what the hands were doing or anything until you lowered the camera and I could see what the hands, because I went through everybody and I saw, oh, that person looks like they know what they're doing. So I copied that person because she was definitely engaged and doing something. So I kept trying to do something. And certainly the sentiment I got and the feeling but I felt, sometimes I felt like strange because I thought, am I holding something here? Is there something actually like the vibrations, because I was feeling everything, but I was not knowing, like, how do you get around 360 degrees, when with your hands, how do you take the thing that's hurting you, and bringing it with your mind, of course, but what's your hands doing back? Where are they? So all of that not knowing kind of interfered a little bit with the actual being able to do anything, which is just technique. But I wanted you to know that because I'm new. And
yes, I realized right at the end that I forgot to tell you what to do with your hands. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It's all right because I got the sentiment and I did experience things, good things. The thing I really raised my hand about, though, aside from that, was that I got really cold, like my limbs, my arms and my legs were really cold, and I didn't want to miss anything. So I didn't go and get my shawl or wrap myself up, which I would have done because it would have helped to not be cold. And I kept thinking, why am I getting so cold? And I thought, well, because some kind of the energy is kind of leaving my body, I suppose, but I needed to get it back in and get warm again. And I was trying to figure out, wow, my internal organs must really need a lot of work because they can't even keep my limbs warm, like I must be really out of balance somehow. So I didn't know. And of course, that's more thinking, but that I thought I'd share that and see, maybe you could say something about getting cold in your limbs like that.
A lot of things can happen. You've got a million zillion things going on in your body in every second. I mean, that's the truth. And a lot of people get very hot when they're doing Qigong. And I used to throw my clothes off when I was teaching. I remember at retreats, I was always throwing clothes off. But also you can get very cold. And I remember Ming Tong, my first teacher, my primary teacher, talking about how people get very cold when the chi is going very deep into the bones. So it could be that. But the best thing,
good.
But the best thing to do is just completely let go of any judgments or expectations, or it could be this, it could be that, because there is so much going on in your body, and it doesn't matter. What matters is that you do the practice. And the hands, Deborah, just for anybody who's new, imagine these are down in front of my abdomen, but they don't have to open that far, but if you want them to, they can. And you only go out to the sides and back. You're not trying to go up and down or backwards or anything like that. You're using your mind to do that. So just this open and close, this open, kai, and close, ha. Kai, ha.
Is that HA and KAI? What is the spelling? So I can know what you're sounding.
Well, I always spell it phonetically so that it's easy to, say it. Kai is like KAI, Kai, and
Mhm.
her is like HER.
HER.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little roll on the her, but you don't need to worry about that. Just Kai, her, Kai, her.
And Kai is constricting and
No,
her.
Kai is open.
Oh, Kai is open. Her is
Closed.
is embracing.
Yes. Gathering. What it really means is you're gathering in the chi. Okay, so I see we've come to our time. And so unless there's an absolute burning one, I'll just check. I don't want to leave somebody hanging. Okay, I'm going to close our gathering. And just close your eyes for a minute, sweeties. My dear friends, I'm so glad you came and joined me today. Really feeling this beautiful, strong energy field that we are creating, co-creating together. And let's just feel Dr. Peng, the founder of this Zenen Qigong, this extraordinary technology that he created out of 19 different lineages and a deep study of martial arts, and Buddhism and Confucianism, shamanism, and quantum physics. Absolutely brilliant genius who woke up at a very early age. And this practice is about awakening. The healing is a side effect. We had a little taste of that today, of feeling ourselves as our true nature, pure consciousness. The universe and us as one. Feeling our deep gratitude to Dr. Peng, to all his teachers and their teachers going back in time thousands of years. And all the teachers who've trained with Dr. Peng, who've trained many of us. Such gratitude for this technology that takes us home. Takes us home. May our practice be for the highest benefit of all of humanity, of all beings, of the earth, of the entire universe. Allah. Thank you so much, my dears. It was so lovely to be with you. I can't tell you how much It thrilled my heart to be back with you again.